Hello, everyone. I hope you are well today. Welcome to Training Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It is 11 o'clock or just a little bit after. Therefore, it is, of course, as always, time for Training Tuesday. For those of you that are new around here, if you have not seen any of my lives before, if you do not know who this is speaking to you, my name is Annette Ferguson. I am CEO of Annette & Co, a UK-based accounting firm. I am a chartered accountant, certified profit first professional, and financial strategist. And I help business owners take home more money from their business for them and their families to enjoy. So every Tuesday, we go live here, wherever you happen to be watching today. And I cover off under the topic of Training Tuesday. So hints, tips, help, support, all coming to you on a Tuesday at 11 a.m. So do make sure you mark it in your diaries for future sessions as well. Now, I'm running with a couple of cameras on today, so apologies if I am looking sideways. It's just how we have to set it up to stream everywhere we need to stream. But do make sure, if you are tuning in, that you say hello. Let me know in the comments. Give me a hello in the comments. I would love to say hello back to you. And if you're tuning in on the replay, give me a hashtag replay and let me know that you are here. So for today, I am speaking about why it's okay not to do everything yourself. Now, you might feel that in many ways you do want help and support with things in your business, but in the way that some people act with their business, it feels like they're going to get extra entrepreneur points for doing everything on their own. And that is not true. No one is handing out those points. Those points do not exist. And therefore, doing everything on our own is not a badge of honor when we are running a business. And I want to speak about that today. So, hey, hello. Thank you for saying hello. All that sass and jazz. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for that. So, hello for everyone who is tuning in. So, whilst it is important to not do everything ourselves in our business, because quite frankly, we are unlikely to be the best person at the thing. Whatever the thing is, we are unlikely to be the best person at that thing. Not at everything. There'll be some things that you will absolutely be the best person in the business at doing. And those things are probably the things you should hang on to for the longest. But you can also relinquish some of those as time goes by and your business builds as well, because you trying to do the thing you're great at may still get you results and value as somebody else who's doing it at 80% when you can do it at 100, because you can't scale yourself as a human. So you may need to get people in for that stuff as well. But the first type of thing that you should get support with is stuff that you know that you're perhaps not the best at doing in your business. But there's a caveat here. Because, of course, we can't just suddenly start outsourcing and getting rid of and hiring for every single role that we want to in our business. Because fundamentally, our business is unlikely to be able to suddenly go from just us or just us and a few people to a team of 50 people. Even though we might want that and we might want to snap our fingers and have that happen overnight, it very, very rarely does. So what we need to do is we need to have a plan for actually how we do get people on board to help and support us. The first step in the plan that I recommend you do is you map out a future organization chart for your business. So over the next 5 years, what do you want your business's organization to look like? Who do you want to come in and support you? What does the map of your organization look like? Actually physically write this down, map it out, draw an org chart. And then start to understand which of the roles you want bums in seats, for a better word of, first. So start to understand what the priorities are when it comes to getting support in your business. And when I speak about getting support, it doesn't have to be employees. It can be freelancers, contractors. You can set this up however works best for you and your business. But getting a clear idea of what order you believe at this point in time that you're going to need support for in the future is going to be helpful. But that is not where this planning stops, because ultimately you need to work out if you can afford to bring in these people and what your business needs to do financially in order to be able to bring in people to support you. That's where your profit plan comes in. That's where you need to map out financially what the next 12 months minimum of your business is going to look like, planning in any launches that you have, any product introductions that you have, any promo periods that you have in your business, and realistically using historic data to attempt to predict the future to then understand, can my business afford to bring on or hire these different people at these different financial stages, or when can my business afford that? Actually mapping out your cash flow over the next 12 months to understand at what points you can afford to bring in support in your business. And do not do this on the assumption that I will bring in somebody for, say, marketing, and they will kill it and they will quadruple my sales. That is not the way to do this, because when you bring somebody in, you'll have a training period. You will need to train them up in your business in all different areas, depending on which role you bring in for. And you cannot expect somebody to be up and running and a superstar within a matter of weeks. You do need to manage the onboarding of your team members and your employees so that they are performing. But also remember that first person you hire might be a dud. They might not actually get up to speed. And you may need to replace them 6 months later with somebody else who you then need to get up to speed. So doing this exercise and assuming that your business will skyrocket when you start taking on team is very, very naive. So please don't do this exercise with that thought in the back of your head. But saying that, we do expect that when you are bringing on team members, you want to get them into roles that you understand will have a positive impact on the bottom line in your business. Because if they are not having an impact on the bottom line in some way, why are you bringing them on at all? And are they even doing roles that you even need anyone to do in your business? So these are important things to understand as you grow your business, as you get support on. Now, the other thing to remember is that when you are bringing on people to support you, you do not have to go from 0 to full time straight away. You can bring someone on to do an hour a day, an hour a week, even to help and support your business if that is what your business can financially support at this point in time. And even doing that will, for most businesses, be helpful at some level. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. Rachel says, I've been sitting with the role I want to hire in my business and being really clear with who I want and how they'll serve my business. Amazing, Rachel. What I highly recommend you do is plan this out financially and understand what impact that will have on your bottom line in your business to make sure that your business can financially afford that person. And then, of course, prior to taking them on, understand what the onboarding of that person looks like. And even now, before you hire them, planning out their onboarding, planning out their training, and actually mapping that out day by day for the first 60 or 90 days that they come on board. When I started, I used to work in an investment bank in London, and my first 100 days were planned out when I arrived. So we had an entire first 100 days within the business, 100 working days, of course, which is, of course, more than 100 days. It's almost half a year. We're absolutely planned out the messaging that I was getting, the training that I was getting, the support I was going to receive. That was completely mapped for the first 100 working days of my career at that business. Now, I'm certainly not saying that that business did everything right, but that was a very, very good part of what they did do when I first came on board. And I recommend that you get something, perhaps not to that scale, but similar mapped out if you know what role you're wanting to hire for next. And it will help integrate the person into your business as well. Amazing. Rachel saying 100% taking my time with this to make it as easy as possible for myself and my new hire and my business. Exactly. Because the mistake that so many people make is they take someone on board and they expect that person to be up and running straight away. Whether, even if that person has lots of experience, they're unlikely to be up and running and hitting the targets and the metrics that you have for them, which by the way you should also have straight away, because they'll come from different experience and they'll need to learn your business and learn about you and learn about your systems and all those things. So I hope that makes sense to everyone today. So that is pretty much what I wanted to cover off today in terms of understanding how you can get people on board to help you, what those roles might be, and understanding that your business can actually afford to take someone on or not. And by the way, if you are sitting saying, I'm exhausted, I cannot cope anymore, I need help and support, but my business's finances cannot support that, it is likely that something has probably gone wrong with your pricing and or your costs, your general overheads of your business are too high. Because in most businesses, certainly in a service-based business, in most businesses, you can typically get to a six-figure revenue without having full-time help. Now, that's a very sweeping statement. It's a very general statement, and it will not work in every case. But that is a ballpark for you. So if you are completely overwhelmed with your business, you have way too much to do, and you are but you're financially not able to afford to take someone on, then there are other issues that you need to look at in your business before taking someone on. Don't just take them on hoping that it will work. Look at your pricing and look at your costs first of all, to work out what needs to happen in order for you to be able to take someone on. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in today, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. As always, it is wonderful, wonderful to see you here and have you join me live. Remember that this is Training Tuesday, which means that this happens every single Tuesday at 11 a.m. And I'm going to just look up now what our topic for next week is. So let me see. Yes, I do still use a paper diary for anyone who is now looking confused at me. I do absolutely still use a paper diary for my to-dos and planning and things, which I love to do. So next week, signs you might need to tune up your business's financial health. That is what we are covering next week. So do make sure you mark it in your diary to join me at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, where I will cover off that as well. You are welcome, all that sass and jazz. You are welcome, Rachel. No problem at all. I'm glad this session has been useful and helpful for everyone. And I will speak to you all again soon. Oh, before I go, I am also now live on Thursdays at 11 a.m. My Thursday session covers business, economy, what's happening in the news for small business, what's happening in the economy. So if you're interested in that stuff, do make sure you join me as well on Thursdays. Wherever you happen to be watching today, I will be live then as well. So do pop that one in your diary too. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I will see you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye.